Sonic the Hedgehog started his gaming career back in the summer of 1991 on the Sega Genesis. After that, he became a gaming icon and Sega's mascot to rival Mario. After that, he had a shitload! A shitload of games. Some good, some bad, and some that should be born in the fiery pits of hell. I'm looking at you, Sonic 06. And to celebrate the gift out of Sonic and Sonic 3 coming in, December, with Keanu Reeves as Shadow, the best character, I have picked 10 Sonic games for me to play and rank in this video. So let's start off with Sonic Mania is a classic 2D style Sonic game that's created for the 25th anniversary of the series, and I must say, damn! They've really outdone themselves in the 2D Sonic department, let me tell ya. The pixel art looks amazing, it's more colorful and vibrant than the originals, backgrounds are more alive and full of stuff to look at, like Green Hill Zone has never looked better in my opinion. And we got new places like Studiopolis, which is a level based around filmmaking. And the enemies and the level design, they look so good and creative. Like, I love it. I love all of it. Jesus, it's so cool. The sprites look better and updated than the ones in the original, and the bosses are my favorite part. The best one is obviously Metal Sonic. It's come on, it's Metal Sonic. It's my favorite. It's just the fact that he uses the Phantom Ruby from Sonic Forces to transform into a giant robot monster with a new design. It's just so cool. It's so cool, man. I love it. The speed in this game didn't really change much, but that doesn't stop it from being a good time. The level designs are just perfect for a game like this, and the Chaos Emerald levels are so much better than the original, where instead of navigating through a confusing maze using tilt controls, you have to catch a UFO while on a time limit, and to get more time, you have to collect more rings, and to gain speed, you have to collect blue orbs to fill your speed meter, and I love it. Now, time for the negatives. I don't really have any. I enjoyed this. I've enjoyed every aspect of this game, and oh my, I'm at a loss for words. Really, I can't say anything bad about it. I'm going off script here. What am I doing? Look, it may not be the perfect game, but it's the perfect 2D Sonic game for me, and so I'll give it an easy S tier. Okay, so that's the end of that segment. What's next? Sonic Frontiers. And I guess I just switched it out and... Hey, wait a minute. What was that? Where's that music come from? No, you're supposed to be segment number 4. You're not supposed to be playing yet. No, stop the music. I can't stop the music. The file is corrupted. Fuck. Well, I guess I'm doing this now. Take off at the speed of sound. Bright lights, the colors all around. I'm running wild, living fast and free. Got no regrets inside of me. Not looking back, not giving up, not letting go. I'll keep on running. Okay, stop it, stop. That's as much music as I can put into this segment. Yeah, let's just move on to the end. Oh, wait, no, hold on. That's the wrong one. Let's just change that for a minute. Flashbang! Ah, there we go, that's better. I'm gonna try and do this with the camera on, just so I can get some hand motion over here, some motions on my eyebrows. Look like knockoff Kite. Also, it's like 12 a.m. where I'm at now, and my parents are trying to sleep. So let's see if I can do this quietly. Make this a stealth mission. Okay, here we go. Sonic Colors Ultimate is a remaster of the beloved classic Sonic Colors for the Nintendo Wii. Almost said Switch right there, and oh boy, this game is buggy. Like, this game is extremely buggy, almost borderline unplayable. It's an A tier. Okay, hear me out. Yes, this game is released in a broken state. I know that. Everyone knows that at this point. But I never really experienced any of those bugs on my playthrough. Because it's either on the Switch port or they fixed it. And if it is on the Switch port, then it's a good thing that I played it on Steam. Some other complaints were that the lighting looks different, but really I still think it looks good. The soundtrack is incredible, albeit the original sounds better. But, you know, Baltimore is still a banger. I still love how Sonic can get, like, I don't know, superpowers because of the Wisps, which are like these little alien creatures that are in, like, different colors, you know, hence the name. We have your basic white one, which increases your boost gauge. Pink Wisp that can turn him into like a spike ball and can attach him to walls and the ceiling and stuff. Orange that can like turn him to a rocket. Yellow turns him to a drill. Green makes him float. Blue, which looks like, you know, the power buttons from Mario. Light blue, which turns Sonic into a f***ing laser and then just makes him go faster, basically teleportation. And purple, my personal favorite, purple, which can turn him into a monster who gets bigger the more he eats. And also an exclusive one to the remaster, the new Jade Wisp that can turn him into a ghost. The story, yeah, no, the story's pretty good in my opinion. It's basically what Dr. Eggman builds a space theme park. I know it sounds crazy, but just hear me out. By kidnapping planets just so he can farm wisps to use as fuel for his mind control device. And it's up to Sonic, Tails, you know, Yakka, I almost said Yapper, why did I say rapper, why am I doing Yakka, the white Wisp character, to stop him. Now, that's a good premise. The script though, it tries a bit too hard to be funny. Some of the jokes don't really land, but you know, it's fine, and half the bosses are just copy-pasted from the other. It's like, this guy's just this guy, him is him, that guy, etc, etc. The only change is that they have like new moves and are slightly harder, but my favorite boss is of course Eggman, because it's the most creative for this game. It's rare, he's in a robot, as usual, but he tries using the powers of the Wisps against you. Now that is a good boss concept. Not sure if you heard that snap. Let me try again. Boom. But that's a good boss concept. And it's just, I don't know. That's really all the stuff I hate about it. Just that the script tries to be too funny, and that's the bosses are mainly. But I can't fucking speak today. I'm tired. It's 12 a.m. Give me a break. And that, like, you know, most of the bosses are mainly just copy pasted from each other. There we go. Finally said it. Now it's on to the level designs. They look so fucking cool. Like all of them look so good. Especially the underwater one. And I hate the underwater Sonic missions. I hate them. They just make Sonic so slow, and also the freaking the timer, it stresses me out, man. I don't like it. It's crucial, yes, but I don't like it. Man, my personal favorite planet is Planet Wisp. It's just the fact that it's a planet that has an entire industrial theme park being built over it. Looks so good for a game like this. Is the original better? I don't know. I haven't played it. But for now, the remaster is a solid A tier. Hello? I put an explosive device in your house. What the fuck? Oh boy, how do I start with this one? I don't like it. Now, I used to enjoy this game when I was younger, but now after replaying it, I couldn't even finish it. It's just boring to me, and I don't know how. I guess it's because you mainly run through the level at supersonic speed like any Sonic game. Then it just becomes an arena brawler. Like, it doesn't even feel like a Sonic game anymore. And when you get to those segments, it's just confusing. Like, why doesn't it feel like a Sonic game? Why is it an arena brawler now? I don't get it. There are also parts where you play as Amy, Knuckles, and Tails, which, you know, is a good idea. You use them to progress to the level. But I wish they can do more with it, because they only just do, like, really one thing. Sonic runs up ramps, Amy does acrobatics, Knuckles climbs, and Tails sends his little robot thing through a hole, and after that they're basically useless the next time. They don't even have any special moves to fight against the robots, man. It's lame. And the puzzles, oh god, the puzzles, they're hot garbage, they're garbage. I don't like them, they're awful. Not because it's a kid's game, I understand that. But it's because the characters just spout the answer again and again. And I know, it's a kid's game, they don't really need Einstein-level puzzles. But I don't need Tails in the corner just shouting.
I think this will trigger a ramp for you. I think I used my buddy bot in this door over here. I think we need to follow the correct sequence to unlock something.
Like, no duh, Tails. What do you think I'm trying to do? The character designs aren't bad. I feel like people will kind of overreact a little. I just don't like Eggman's. I don't like how buff they made him. Looks cursed. And Shadow in this. Oh god, Shadow. He's unbearable. He's like a My Little Pony villain, dude. Like, they made him less of Shadow and more of a... like an actual My Little Pony villain. Oh god. Like, he just spouts on about... Sonic, you're weak, and your friends are weak, and the fucking power of friendship is weak, Sonic. What the hell am I doing? And it's just... it doesn't really sound like Shadow. Again, it sounds like a My Little Pony villain. And I said that 3 times now. And the main villain lyric is confusing, to say the least. Like, so here we go. 1,000 years ago, he experimented on these crystals that made him sick enough for the medicine at the time not to help him. So he built a robot suit to keep him alive, and he hates the ancients for not telling him that the suit will keep him alive, that the crystals will make him sick, that the medicine will not work. And now he wants to exterminate all of humanity with a robot army just because the suit is keeping him alive. Now tell me, do you have the same questions? Because how did the crystals make him sick? Why doesn't it affect Sonic and his friends? And who are the ancients? Because it says they existed 1,000 years ago, and they imprisoned Lyric, but on a level where you play as Sonic and Tails, going back in time to figure out why Lyric is doing this. You imprison Lyric, and it's just like, is Sonic and Tails the ancients? Or do I need to play the rest of the game? I don't know. It's just... God, I hate this. I hate this game. Also, just because that suit is keeping you alive... pretend I'm talking Lyric for a minute. Just because that suit is keeping you alive doesn't mean you have to destroy the world. That's just a poor excuse. That's just a lazy motive. Lazy writing. And also, you're a snake. You're a snake. You don't have hands. How'd you build that suit? And outside of his backstory, he's not really compelling to me. And oh god, I can't talk about this game anymore. I can get through this. I can do this. And finally, Styx. Back then, I was so sad that she wasn't a playable character in this game. And the fact that the TV show has made her more of an actual character than the actual game where the show was based off of. God, they just reduced her to a side character with a side quest. Like, give us some more lines, dude, instead of, oh, hey, can you help me with this so I don't have to do anything? I just wasn't really motivated to finish this game. I will do an actual full review on it if I ever feel like finishing it, which is probably never, let's just face it. So, I'm just gonna give it a D tier.
Hey, Lois, what's going on here?
Oh, it's my book club, Peter. Come, join us.
Oh, okay.
The murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. I actually kind of like it. It's not like an average Sonic game where you just run through the level, fueled off of adrenaline and chili dogs, but instead a nice, relaxing murder mystery visual novel. There's not really any stuff for me to complain about it. It's not what I was expecting from a Sonic game, though it is really nice. I like it. Every character has their own outfit and they all look great, especially Shadow. Even though he just has like a hat and apron. It's just the fact that he's cool again. He is finally cool again. Thank God. The last shadow sucked. The art style looks really nice. I like the art style. It's a nice looking art style. It's like this cell shaded type thing. That's even the correct term for it. So it's also pretty good. I don't want to spoil the ending, so I'll just give it like a brief rundown. So you play as a new walker of the Mirage Express, and it turns out on your first day, Sonic and his friends hopped aboard to celebrate Amy's birthday with a murder mystery party. Then, when you, Tails, and Amy find Sonic's quote-unquote dead body, it's then up to you and Tails to find out who murdered him. It's a nice story to a game that will take you about like 2 or 3 hours to finish, and it is free. So if you have the time, I recommend this game. A tier. Also this one photo of Eggman is the funniest thing ever. Like Sage and Metal was just so ready to have that party. You can see the disappointment on the face. Like, oh, I did it so good. Okay, time for the next game. Let's see, which one is it? Oh, this one. Oh. Sorry, wrong game again. Here, just let me... Flashbang! This game caused me pain towards the end. But first, let's talk about it. This game feels like a Super Mario Galaxy mixed with 3D World with the Sonic IP. But that doesn't stop it from being a good game. First, let's talk about the negatives. I thought the controls were hard to get at times, like with the ice rink and everything. And the final few levels were a pain. Like, just a real pain for me. Maybe not for others, but for me. That's more of a nitpick, really, because, you know, I suck at video games. And I need to get better, so I'll do this, so I'll do like a full review of this once I get better at the final few. Maybe, who knows. But like, I got so mad I wanted to smash the controller, like, that's how bad it is. It's some of the parts you have to go slow or you might just die and die and die again. We all know how Sonic is. He's the blue blur, he goes fast. That's the whole point. Did you not hear the Sonic X intro? Did you not watch Sonic X, developers? The theme song literally states that he goes fast. But anyways, back to it. And I didn't really like the Deadly Six. I thought they were all one-note characters. You can boil them all down to crazy, hungry and stupid, ordinary, depressed, pissed off all the time, and finally, your stereotypical right teenage girl from every 2000s Nickelodeon show. The story was alright. Some parts show up out of nowhere, like Tails being pissed off at Eggman because Tails thinks that he can shut down Eggman's machine himself, even though they both really have a common enemy. And maybe you can't, Tails. Like, you don't know that. I know you're smart, but you don't know that. And there's also some parts where, like, they just don't really explore enough with it. Like, Tails become a cyborg and turning on Sonic. Now that seems like a boss fight idea. Make it a boss fight. That would go hard, man. And okay, now on to the positives. Even though I didn't like the villains, aside from Eggman, the boss fights were pretty good. I did like the boss fights. And the soundtrack, it does not disappoint. It's still a great soundtrack. The Wisps are back and with some new powers. Pink turns Sonic into a music note and makes him bounce around on other music notes. Red turns him to a good board, and blue turns him into what's basically a black hole. And this game gets really challenging towards the end. I know that was like a negative for me back there, but again, that was more of a nitpick. And I'm happy that doesn't stay, you know, a baby game. I'm happy it doesn't stay easy. Challenge people, you know. I just have issues. But again, I did almost break my controller because of Zavok. Like, come on, dude. Hate Zavok. Happy it's over. But in conclusion, this game's not terrible. It's alright. The script could have been better. The controls, it's for certain parts, also could have been better. The characters, mainly the, you know, Sinister Six, could have been better. It's a B tier. It took me 12 years to finish this, and I am so happy it's finally over. 12 years. Anyways, I had to dig up my old 3DS for this game, and I must say, it's as good as I remember. And I played this game when I was 7! In this game, you either play as Sonic or Blaze the Cat, who is a pyromancer princess from another dimension who is tasked with protecting the Soul Emeralds. Wait, hold up. So this is just Star versus the Forces of Evil.
What? No, it's not.
Well, 2, the character Blaze came out first, so technically Star is just Blaze without the fire.
They are not the same person.
Really? Both of them are princesses from another dimension who are tasked with defeating the forces of evil with the thing they are supposed to be guarding.
It's not the same.
Have you even seen the show?
Yes, of course I've seen the show.
Okay. Who's the guy wearing the red hoodie?
Jack.
Watch the show.
They are not the same. They are not the same.
Watch the damn show. Watch the damn show. Watch the show.
Damn it.
I told you! Which are basically interdimensional chaos emeralds, and to fully beat the game, I had to 100% it, meaning that I have played through both stories and got all the chaos emeralds as Sonic in the special stages and took down both Eggmen. I don't really have any real complaints about this game, and every negative thing that I say, they're just nitpicks. First, the game doesn't really have a great... It doesn't really sound great on the Nintendo DS. The sound effects are really loud, but the game still sounds good. The game still sounds good. And most of the zones aren't really that hard, except for like the Skyline zone. But on my attempt at it as Blaze, it wasn't really that hard for me anymore. It's like mainly because it's the exact same level. Like I know my way around it. Oh, and the soundtrack is one of the best of any Sonic game. Oh, and the story. Basically, Blaze traveled to Sonic's world trying to find the Soul Emeralds from Eggman. And Sonic is trying to stop the other Eggman from the other dimension. And they have to stop them before both universes collide with each other and causes like an MCU incursion from Doctor Strange 2 because the Chaos and Soul Emeralds cannot coexist. And the bosses. Oh, the bosses! Oh, my favorite one is when you get to fight Blaze as Sonic or vice versa. Oh, that is such a good boss concept. That is such a great boss. That's something Lost World should have done with Cyborg Tails. Oh my god, I love this game. Oh, and the final boss, where you play as both Sonic and Blaze, using both the Chaos and Soul Emeralds to transform into Super Sonic and Burning Blaze, and you play as both of them. Oh, I love this game, dude. I haven't played this since I was 7 and I still love it. Oh, and the Eggman's multiversal weapon of mass destruction. God, I wish this was I wish this game was on an actual console and not just the DS. Like, I wish that there was a console port of it, dude. Because this seems like something that would be a console port. Oh, this game is an A tier. This game is goated, dude. Oh my goodness, I love this game. I can't really say anything bad about it. This is one of the games I need to go back and make like a full peer review on it. This game is an A tier, dude. Oh, and the animations. Oh my goodness, I know I'm kind of dragging on this segment for too long, but the animation on the 3DS is pretty dang good for the 3DS, well, for the DS. This is a DS game, but it's still really good. If anything, makes it more impressive because it's from the DS. Okay, I'm done. Moving on.
You freaking bricks! When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Okay, so I didn't finish this one either. Not because I didn't like it, but because of time purposes. Like, I'm kind of on a deadline with this video, so I'm kind of have to cut it short. This game did not age well, in my opinion. The controls are extremely janky, the cutscenes are horrible, the voice acting, it's just bad. And I hate that stupid fog! All the bosses are pitifully easy. It only took like 2-3 hits to like take down Knuckles. The only enjoyable part of any of these boss fights is the Knuckles
Oh no
meme. Like, just,
Oh no
it's funny. It's hilarious. And the hub world. God, I honestly don't like any of the hub worlds. Because it's so incredibly easy to get lost in this game. And it doesn't give you like a mini-map like in Sonic 06 and doesn't tell you where you need to go. It's so hard to tell where you're supposed to be. Because it just doesn't tell you that at all. Like, where's the casino? Where's that stupid key? Where am I supposed to go? What is this? What am I doing? God, and chaos. I'm not even sure what chaos is supposed to be. Out of all I know, he's just an alien made of water who feeds off chaos symbols, and then like gets new transformations and new powers from the chaos symbols, and then transforms into perfect chaos or something. I don't really have anything positive to say about this game except for one thing. It's a meme game. Much like Sonic 06, you only play this for the memes. That's what, like, while this game is completely busted and did not age well since then, it's still more enjoyable than Sonic Boom because of the memes. For Sonic Boom, it just like I did not have a fun time with Sonic Boom. Not one enjoyable thing came out of that game. So this game is a C tier, and that's pretty much it. Look, I know I'm keeping this short and everything, but like I'm on a deadline. I got like, I don't know, like 4 more Sonic games to go. Okay, so just bear with me. I'm probably gonna have to like pan out the next one.
I come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a he pissed on my wife. That's right.
Oh yes! I have been excited to play this one after the last one left a bad taste in my mouth. But this game is way better than the first one, let me tell you. The animations and the cutscenes are better, the gameplay is no longer full of jank and is smoother, and it also runs better too. And I enjoy the Knuckles and Tails missions. Yes, they're slower paced, but they're still a fun time. Tails has a mech with a gun, and Knuckles is hunting for Master Emerald shards like in the first game. I think. I don't know, I didn't really play Knuckles' story. All I know is that he's hunting for something. That's all I know. Oh yeah, and there are 2 sides to the story. The hero and the dark. They both basically play the same, but with dark you play as 3 different characters. Eggman, Rouge, and one that I'll get to later. And if you want to unlock the true ending, you need to beat both of them. I didn't yet, but I am definitely going back to finish this because this game is pretty tight. I can see why people like it. And this game also introduced the best character, the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh my god, this guy is so cool. Like, I love this game. Like, Sonic just wishes he can be like him. This game also has one of the best force levels in any Sonic game. City Escape just really captures the fast-paced breakneck speed of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, it starts off with Sonic escaping a gun helicopter and removing a piece of it. Then he just falls from the sky, landing on a piece of metal, then riding it down the street like it's a skateboard. And later, you're running away from a gun truck. And then you're just running away from it, like you get faster, it gets faster, it's like this whole chase thing. Big the cat gets ran over by the truck, rest in peace Big the cat, and it's just all exhilarating and it's awesome, and this game is an A tier. Oh my goodness. Wow, I'm definitely going back to play this game. Okay, now then, what's next on the list? Well, that seems to be the last one. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and what the hell is that? Whoa! Oh boy.
Together we can show the world what we can do. You are next to me and I'm next to you. Pushing on through until the battle's won.
Okay, let's stop before I get sued. I mean, come on, did we learn nothing from Sonic Colors? Let's just move on to the game. This game is not as good as I remembered, and I remembered this game being the best Sonic game known to man back when it was released. But you know, I was stupid at the time, and now I can see all its flaws. First off, the game is way too short. It will take you 3 hours at most, 4 if you play the Shadow DLC. And the Shadow DLC is way too short, only consisting 3 missions, and Shadow deserves a lot more than just 3 missions, but he's basically just Sonic the Hedgehog with a better homing attack. And if you thought the Sonic Adventure 1 bosses were easy, these bosses are a joke. Mainly being defeated too easily or in cutscenes. The bosses are Eggman, Shadow, Chaos, Metal, Zavok, and the biggest waste of potential in history, Infinite. And you only get to fight 4 of them. Shadow and Chaos get defeated in 1 hit in cutscenes. And for some reason, Classic Sonic's back, but they retconned it to where he's from another dimension, basically undoing the entire premise of Sonic Generations. And Metal, Sonic, and Infinite, Like, both Metal Sonic and Infinite boss fights are just copy-pasted from each other. Seriously! Metal Sonic is basically just the first Infinite boss fight, and the final boss is just copy-pasted from Sonic Colors. Seriously. It has the same laser move and the same dodge wall move, well, kind of, as the Sonic Colors final boss. And I don't understand why. And every other phase before that is just... it's copy-pasted from other bosses in this game. And the character customization isn't really all that interesting. This is my character, by the way. But my biggest complaint of all is Infinite. They had a lot to go off of. He is a leader of a jackal mercenary group who was tasked with taking down Eggman. Then he betrayed his team because Eggman offered him ultimate power with the Phantom Ruby. And the reason why he is the way he is because he was called weak by Shadow. That's kind of stupid, but at least he's a better villain than Lyric. No. I'm past Sonic. I'm past Sonic Boom. I'm not talking about that game again. But still, much like Lyric, I thought he would be cool like he was back then, but he just wasn't. And they also just kind of barely touched the surface of the Phantom Ruby, like all that power, and all he does is cast illusions. He summoned the sun for Nephilis' sake. This is still an alright game with the best soundtrack I've ever heard from the Sonic game so far. It still controls great. But I'm just disappointed because they had so many good ideas and they never really build off of them. The new creatable character, who takes a huge part in the story, the Phantom Ruby, like classic Sonic being back, Infinite. It's just all wasted potential. So this game is a B. Okay, so there's no funny, fast-paced transition, no joke to start off the segment. I'm going to keep it as serious as I can. But Sonic Frontiers is the greatest Sonic game that I have ever played, because it's unlike every other Sonic game. This game is instead a free roam, open world, action adventure with fantastic combat and actual combos, not just spam homing attack, like combos. It's everything Sonic Boom wanted to be. And it has anime like boss fights, and it also connects a lot of the other Sonic games together. Like, seriously, it mentions every Sonic game I mentioned on this list and more, even Sonic Boom. And I hate Sonic Boom. Oh, and you finally get to know everything about the ancient, well, not everything about the ancients, but all those questions that Sonic Boom gave you are now all finally answered after years. And turns out, if you learn some things about the ancients, you could learn some things about chaos, which is nice to know. Oh my goodness, this game is fantastic. But the combat is perfected. The boss fights is awesome. Like, they're god tier. And finally, Super Sonic does something else besides go even faster. He can actually fight and has actual superpowers than super speed times 2. But the one thing that I really love about this game is the emotionally driven story. And the way that the voice actors just like deepen the voices of the characters to better fit the narrative. Just, oh, that's some nice detail. But my favorite part about it is the new villain, and possibly the best Sonic villain we're ever gonna get, Sage. Because she's not actually a villain. Yes, she tried to kill Sonic in the beginning, but that's so he won't accidentally release some evil deity again. For, I don't even know, how many times does that make? I don't know. But you've soon start to realize that she's been alone for years upon years, and when she runs into Eggman, possibly the first like actual sentient being that she's ever run into, they actually build a connection between them, like some sort of father-daughter connection. And I'm not joking about that one. Like Like, Sage literally calls him her father at the very beginning, and it's just, ooh, this narrative is just too good, man. I know I'm making it sound like it's better than it is. Well, no, I don't know. I think it's the reverse. I think I'm making it sound not as good as it is. I'm not the best at explaining things. Just bear with me. I probably should have said that at the beginning of the video, and yet we're at the end. But here we go. I just have a lot to say about this game, but I don't have a lot of time to say it. That is. So I'm just gonna like talk about everything I want to talk about this game. And I kind of already talked about most things, so now we're just on to Sage. But Sage, she might just be like some sort of computerized program, but she's also a person. And I think that's great. I think that is awesome. Like, she has this character arc towards the end where she actually helps Sonic and tries to save the world and everything. It's perfect. It is great. This is the perfect character. This is everything that Infinite should have been. And I really have some more stuff to say, but I also don't want to spoil it for y'all because you just need to play this game, dude. This game is awesome. This game is perfection for a Sonic game. It's not the best game. I've played better, but in terms of Sonic the Hedgehog, this. I hit my microphone. I'm not sure if you heard that, but this is my personal favorite, and it's an S tier. Well, that's it. That's the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did, and I'll greatly appreciate it. Get this video to like 10 views or something, and yeah. Oh no! You thought I was done? No, we got one more. Now I know I said I'll just be doing 10 Sonic games for this video, but Sonic Shadow Generations just came out while I was like making the Sonic Adventure DX segment, and I thought to film it and to put in the video anyways, because you know it's my video, so I'm just gonna do it anyways. This game is separated into 2 games, Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations, and I'm just going to be ranking them separately. So let's start off with Sonic. While Sonic Frontiers is the best Sonic game because of story, this is my favorite because of how fun it is. And I only have 2 complaints. One, it's way too short. It took me like 3 hours to finish the whole thing. And this one is more of a nitpick really. But for some reason, Classic Tails and Dr. Robotnik have voice actors, but Classic Sonic doesn't, and it's weird to me. But this game is it's amazing. This game is incredible. So basically, after the events of Sonic Colors, Eggman found a power that would allow him to travel through time, and so on Sonic's birthday, since Eggman changes the past, a time monster shows up and kidnaps all Sonic's friends, and imprisons them in statues, are draining the life from the world. And now it's up to modern Sonic and Classic Sonic to save their modern Sonic's friends and stop both Dr. Eggman and Dr. Robotnik. And this entire game is a love letter to Sonic fans throughout the years, because the levels from this game are from other Sonic games that were made before this. The first world is Classic Sonic's, second one is Sonic Adventure series, and the last one is games we have today. I mean, even Sonic 06 got its own level, and absolutely everyone hated 06. But my favorite one is, of course, City Escape. Like, this is my genuine reaction when I saw this level. Oh my god, yes. City Escape. Let's go. And like I stated before back in Sonic Adventure 2, City Escape is the greatest first level in any Sonic game. But for Generations, they made it better. Because now, when you play as modern Sonic, it starts off like the original. But when you get to the truck grows buzzsaws and tries to split you in half. Then you're running on the wall, then the truck is driving on the wall, still trying to kill you. And it gets faster, and you get faster. And it's just, it's more frantic and exciting. And holy crap, it's perfect. And when you play it again, it's classic Sonic. The truck is still trying to kill you. Like seriously, what did Sonic do to piss off the driver so bad that all he wants to do is kill Sonic? This guy's is a bigger menace than Dr. Eggman will ever be. And the boss fights are amazing. It starts off with the Death Egg robot, then Perfect Chaos, which was like my favorite part of Sonic Adventure DX. Because, you know, it was the ending boss fight in the end of Sonic Adventure DX. And then like, it's just the Egg Dragoon, which I didn't know was in previous Sonic games. I like, for the longest time, I thought it was just in Forces. Thank God it's not just in Forces. And finally, you fight off both Eggman and the Time Eater robot. And it's awesome, because before you fight them, you need to collect all the Chaos Symbols from both Sonics transform into Super Sonics. And to get the Chaos Symbols, you need to beat the main bosses, like, you know, the ones I mentioned. But there are also 3 more bosses to get the Chaos Symbols. And those bosses are Classic Metal Sonic from Sonic CD, Sonic Adventure 2 Shadow, and Sonic 06 Silver. Finally, Silver has a good boss fight. But to access the main bosses, you need these keys. Collect all 3 of them, and you can unlock one boss. And to unlock them, you just need to complete like 3 challenges to unlock, well, 3 of them, so that's like 1 each. But I recommend just doing the character ones because they are unique. Like, the characters actually help you, or you fight the characters. Like, my favorite is Espio, because you need to run through the level, but there's also parts of it where you need to find him using spotlights because he's invisible, because he's a chameleon. It's good, and it's like he's his own boss fight. It's awesome. And there's only one more thing I have to say about this game. Blaze the Cat is in it, and I think that's cool. I think she needs to be in more Sonic games besides Rush and 06 and, you know, the mortar of Sonic the Hedgehog. I know that I said that Frontiers is the best one, and I know that people see Generations as an A tier game mainly, but in my opinion, this is an S tier. Because literally, it's just too short, and my other one was a nitpick. But this game is so much better than any other Sonic game I've played besides Frontiers, Sonic Adventure 2, and, you know, Mania. Well, no. This game is better than most Sonic games that I've played. And it's so much fun. And you also need to play this one after you finish Frontiers. Play Frontiers first, then play this one. It's great. So an S tier. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the real reason I bought this game. Okay, so before I, move on to the segments, I'm just gonna tell you a quick story. So one time I was bored and alone and decided to watch the Sonic 3 trailer because, well, Shadow. But then I saw a little animation for Sonic Shadow Generations and thought, okay, that's pretty good. Looks amazing with the anime look and everything. But then I saw the trailer for the game. I said, okay, I'm not gonna keep my hopes up. I'm gonna keep them low. Because this is probably just a remaster of Sonic Generations with a Shadow DLC and you only can play a Shadow for 3 missions. But when I actually watched the trailer, I stood up and screamed, "Today is a wonderful day!" And now that I've got to play this game, I am now removing Sonic Generations from S tier and putting Sonic Shadow Generations in peak. Because this game is the true best Sonic game. Screw you, Frontiers. This is the best one, and I'll die on this hill. This game is basically a sequel to Shadow the Hedgehog from 2005. And in this one, Black Doom is back. And due to the Time Monster and Eggman's plan, Black Doom's plan to rebuild his army and take over the world is almost complete. And get this, Shadow has superpowers. No, I don't mean chaos control and teleportation. I mean stuff like Doom Spears, and Doom Sword, and Doom Morph, and finally the Doom Rings. Yes, they all have Doom in it, get used to it. And it's because they're given to him by Black Doom, so he can get closer to controlling Shadow. And Oh my god, it's a great story. It's a fantastic story. Levels also look freaking amazing. Like we got some, like of course we got the Sonic 06 level and Sonic Adventure 2 levels, but we also got one for Sonic Forces. And that brings me hope that I might actually bring back and make freaking Infinite cool again. Like they did with one of the bosses that I'm gonna mention. So here we go. Here are all the bosses. Bio Lizard from Sonic Adventure 2. Metal Overlord from Sonic Heroes, a game I have not played but heard good things about and really want to play. Hopefully it's getting a remake. And finally, Mephiles from Sonic 06. And finally, Mephiles gets his run back and he's cool again. Let's go! And then it all leads up to the climatic battle between Shadow and Black Doom. And it's so good, so action-packed, and it's so oh my goodness, this game is too good, dude. There are also some great parts with Shadow and Maria, some emotional parts, and the ending where Maria and Gerald Robotnik go back to their own point in time and say goodbye to Shadow, and then Shadow just run past Rouge, crying. Oh, that was heartbreaking, man. That was too good of an ending for Shadow. This is the real best Sonic game, and it's peak. Like, oh my goodness. And then listen, we are now at the end of the video, so I'm just gonna say this before I say some more, like my final words for this game. Please leave a like and subscribe, and if you're excited for like Sonic 3, then play Sonic Shadow Generations, because this is like the best we're gonna get out of the Sonic franchise. Hopefully I'm wrong. They're kind of on a good streak here with 2 good games, but just play this game because it's great, And I know that the song I'm using is not from Sonic Shadow Generations. It's from the original 2005 Shadow the Hedgehog. Well, guess what? I like this song, so why shouldn't I put it in this video? The song is called "I Am On Me," by the way, by Crush 40. So please, go check it out. It's really good. That's all I wanted to say. Sonic 3 comes out on December 20th. Go see it. I'm probably gonna post this video like I don't know 2-3 days before its release, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to have a fun time with that movie. Everyone's gonna have a fun time with that movie, and hopefully, just hopefully, Shadow has more games in the future. Or we get a silver game, like I'm just saying.